Welcome back to Unstoppable. I'm Edward Francis Gordon, and I don't know about you, but I feel a little bit overwhelmed by all the craziness, all the intense change that's happening on the planet right here, right now. I mean, environmental meltdowns, collapsing oceans, toxins in the food, toxins in the water, all this crazy power struggle, wars, and then all this AI that's changing so quickly that it's hard to even keep up with it, isn't it? I mean, what's happening out in the world right now is super scary, but it's also super exciting because I'm going to share a little secret with you right here, right now. If we're getting pushed down, that means we have to be getting pulled up too, doesn't it? They have to be together. It's the inhale, the exhale. It's the yin yang. They cannot be separated. And this is really, really good news because that means that the same intensity that's pulling us down has to be available to pull us up, doesn't it? That means that there's an availability right here, right now, to be able to do what we've never been able to do before. An absolute epic opportunity in amplified empowerment. But that makes sense, doesn't it? Because we're being called forward to do what we've not been able to do on this planet to create an actual paradigm shift. But of course, that empowerment to create that shift begins with you, doesn't it? But as I already said, this amplified empowerment is already here, isn't it? It's part of this whole paradigm shift. And that's super exciting because that means that you now personally have access to the empowerment to do what you've not been able to do before. This is the evolutionary upgrade. This is the breakthrough empowerment. This is the opportunity to break through where you've not been able to break through before and position yourself to make an even bigger difference. But that's what you want to do, isn't it? You want to make a bigger difference. You want to help the people you love. You want to play your part in the paradigm shift that is happening right here, right now. And you have availability. The opportunity is here. It's all part of this change that's happening right here, right now. And this is especially true if you are someone who is on the front edge of this transformation. If you're a content creator, if you're an influencer, if you're a leader in transformation, this is for you because this is the empowerment that you've been waiting for. This is the opportunity to break through those limitations. The opportunity to help your people in an even more powerful way. But listen, even if you're not out in the public eye, you're not a content creator, but you still want to make a bigger difference. You still want to play your part in the paradigm shift that's happening. This is for you as well. This is the empowerment you've been waiting for too. Because this is a global message, isn't it? This is a global empowerment. This paradigm shift includes all of us, including you. However, before we start to dig into what this evolutionary upgrade is, why it's so important, and how you can actually tap into it, I think the most important first step on this empowerment journey is to let you know who I am and why you should listen to me. Again, my name is Edward Francis Gordon. I am a content creator who is dedicated to helping people align with this evolutionary upgrade, dedicated to helping people gain access to this amplified empowerment so that you can break through those limitations and position yourself to make an even bigger difference no matter who you are. Now, I haven't always been a content creator. In fact, for the last 2 decades, I've been a practicing acupuncturist. And for the last 4 decades, I've been practicing and teaching all these different self-empowerment techniques. 40 years of breath work, 40 years of doing meditation, 40 years of doing all this cutting edge breakthrough technology. However, back in 2018, I got super sick. And even with all this work, even with all this training, I still found myself stuck in those same old limitations. And man, that really blew me away because after 40 years of doing all this empowerment work, of putting all this energy, all this time, all this commitment in, I really felt like I had it. Like I was really expressing my full potential, that I had the power to create my reality. However, here I was stuck again. And that was such a big disappointment for me. Even after all these years of hard work, here I was still stuck. I remember days of just sitting in the dark with my head in my hands, just completely blown out, completely overwhelmed. All this disillusionment about who I am and all the work that I've done, all this disillusionment about me, about my own power. And the deeper I sank into that despair, the more this whirlwind of negativity began to spin around in my head, because I began to believe that maybe this is just who I am. That maybe I don't have the power. Maybe I've never had the power. Maybe I'm just going to have to accept that this is all I've got. Maybe I'm going to have to accept that this is all I'm ever going to be. Accept this life of mediocrity. Accept the fact that I'm never going to be able to be the person that I've always wanted to be and help the people in the way that I've always wanted to. I mean, talk about taking the wind out of your sails. And just to add insult to injury, I had just moved to Sedona. I had no money. I had no health insurance. So that meant I was going to have to deal with this using free clinics. Are you kidding me? I was completely blown out. I was completely overwhelmed. I was totally frozen. I literally couldn't do anything. All I could do was just sit there. However, as weird as this sounds, that actually turned out to be a really, really good thing. Because what it did is it forced me to move inward and become really, really still. And within that stillness, I began to see this evolutionary upgrade. I began to see how to start to tap into this amplified empowerment. So that's what I did. I followed that current. I tapped into that evolutionary upgrade. I tapped into that amplified empowerment. I broke through my limitations. I unlocked the power to do what I had not been able to do before, and I rewrote my story. And the bottom line is, if I can do it, you can do it too. If I can tap into the Evo upgrade, you can too. If I can access this amplified empowerment and rewrite my story, you can too. This is absolutely doable, and this is so important to allow this to sink in. To allow this to start to break through those initial limitations where you don't believe you can do it. This is absolutely doable. As a matter of fact, taking a nice, big, long, deep breath, slowly close the eyes if you can, and allow yourself to really connect with this energy, this vibration, this possibility that you can do this, that you can actually break through these limitations that have been holding you down. Breathe it in, allow yourself to receive it, knowing that you're going to be able to help your people in a more powerful way, and letting yourself go even deeper in. And allow yourself to connect in with one of those old limitations that's been holding you back. Something that's been in your way. Something that's been in your field. Something that has been affecting your life in a very, very profoundly negative way. And with this new vision, with this new opportunity, envision that old block, envision that old limitation breaking away, dissipating, disappearing. And really allowing yourself to connect with that possibility that you can do this. Even if you've tried 1,000 times before, even if you failed 1,000 times before, you can do this. This evolutionary upgrade is available right here, right now. And feel yourself moving into this amplified empowerment. Feel yourself being the change. Feel yourself leading by example and helping your people in a more powerful way. And see the smiling faces of the people you're helping. See the smiling faces of the people you love. As you are helping them to tap into this amplified empowerment as well. And breathe it in. Let this permeate into every cell in your body. Let this awareness permeate into every aspect of your being. Feel it. Be it. Allow it. And take in another nice, big, long, deep breath. And allow this momentum to start to carry you, to bring you onto the front edge of your chair, onto the front edge of this excitement, this possibility, this anticipation of what you can create, of who you can be, of all the people that you can help right here, right now. So I invite you to step into this empowerment. I invite you to gain access to this evolutionary upgrade, to become part of this community, to become part of this movement, to help your people in an even more powerful way. And so let us help you to tap into this evolutionary upgrade. Stay connected to the channel. Like these videos, participate. Leave comments about what you feel about the evolutionary upgrade, about what your story is, about what your limitations are. Move down into the descriptions. We've got a lot of resources there for you. It's an opportunity to get connected to the community, an opportunity to gain access to some information that's going to help you to step into this empowerment so that you can do what you came to do and make a bigger difference. So thank you so much for allowing me to share my story, to share my challenges and tribulations, so that you know that you can do it, so that you know the amplified empowerment is here, so that you know that the availability and the support to do what you've not been able to do is right here, right now. Okay, so fantastic. Until the next video, until we see you in the community, have an amazing, brilliant, beautiful, unstoppable day.